Hello there! Do you remember Multiversus? After winning awards and being compared to the likes of Smash Bros, the free-to-play platform fighter was taken offline. 1 year on May 28th, Multiversus returns with the full might of Warner Brothers behind it. I've been playing a pre-release build over the last week and can tell you about all the new and improved things coming to the game. From daily rewards, PvE stories, mini-games, new characters, and all on a new engine. And one thing's for certain, I think Multiversus deserves a spot in your gaming library. Let's break it all down. A quick overview. Multiversus remains a 2-on-2 fighter at its core, where attacks are translated into numbers, and the higher the number, the more likely the character is to be yeeted off the stage. It's that simple, rinse and repeat. The fun comes with a plethora of characters to unlock and master, almost 30 of them, and constantly growing. From Batman and Superman to Rick and Morty, from the Gremlins to Scooby-Doo and the Looney Tunes. On the game's re-release, 4 new characters will be introduced, starting with the Joker, Batman's nemesis.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th is here, bringing horror movies to the game, and Agent Smith from The Matrix. It's going to be a season of supervillains, and also a banana guard. I'm not sure where they fit into this, to be honest. Hello. Each character's moveset in Multiversus is packed with references to their movies or TV shows. The Joker has an electrified handshake buzzer and a pistol which gives out a bang flag instead, whilst Jason here can collapse a bed on his foes or casually drag them around in a sleeping bag. The expertise to make the moves fun, competitive, and to call back to the original material is staggeringly good, and I'll be bringing back my references series next week, so you should totally subscribe right now if that floats your boat. Assimilating each moveset is relatively easy, yet mastering it takes real dedication. As Multiversus is a free-to-play game, we have to look at monetization, and that is in 2 areas: customizations and skins, and the Battle Pass. This time, the Battle Pass holds Jason back behind a paywall. Love it or hate it, it's a proven way to monetize content. There is some good news here though, as anyone who played Multiversus during the year-long beta will receive the Premium Battle Pass for free. Over 20 million players will get this. Truly impressive. I can't actually show you the Battle Pass just yet, I can only show things that have already been revealed by Multiversus themselves. But no, there are some really cool emotes and voice lines and new skin variations. And as their blog post confirms, Gleamium, the premium currency, will be unlockable in the Battle Pass. Just like V-Bucks in Fortnite, it's a great reward and a great incentive to play. Aside from the Battle Pass, Multiversus monetizes with a store option. Sadly, I'm not allowed to show it right now, mainly because in the preview build it wasn't fully populated. Along with new characters, we also will see new stages to fight in. Multiversus has 3 for us straight away: the Throne Room from Game of Thrones, Townsville from the Powerpuff Girls, and a couple of variations of Dexter's Lab. In fact, these 3 maps perfectly represent how stages will affect a fight. First, we have the very basic minimal map, which doesn't really impede the fight at all. Yet Townsville has a boss patrolling the area.
Don't be scared. Come closer to me. Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo, the chimp scientist, is fully voiced and fires out bombs and rays constantly to force players to think about both the fight and his off-putting banter.
This is not a sightseeing platform.
What's even greater here is that we can hit Mojo and his UFO degrades over time, so his fighting methods change too, climaxing with smashing the stage to pieces. It's really good, and I can guarantee it will be the most frustrating thing ever. And another new variant is at Dexter's Lab, which becomes a 2D side-scroller. As well as fighting, you have to make sure you aren't left behind. Sometimes the platforming is so intricate, the fight takes a back seat and it becomes a survival mode, and with buttons to remove platforms and change the direction of the brawl in a single moment. Stages are evolving in Multiversus. The biggest change to Multiversus 2024 is the focus on both competitive online play and also casual gamers who are not into an online sweatfest. First, the netcode which dogged the original release has been rewritten from the ground up, and director Tony isn't holding back.
To provide consistent, world-class online play, so every hit, dodge, and battering will be delivered with pinpoint accuracy.
consistent, world-class, pinpoint accurate. Hopefully this means the egregious lag spikes or unwarranted teleports are a thing of the past. I haven't played enough to vouch for this fully, but when I did play online against other players, it never felt like I was actually online, which I think is the biggest compliment that could be given. There is a very intriguing new mode intended for players who don't want to constantly brawl competitively online. These are Rifts, a PvE mode if you prefer. A selection of stories to complete represented in this timeline of cards and nodes. Chapters have wonderfully animated vignettes to set the scene, but apart from that, the storytelling here is sadly nothing exciting. A simple text box pops up and there's no voice acting to back this up, it's just words on a screen. The basic premise is that someone has stolen a gem from Rhindog and we need to beat the living daylights out of anyone who can give us information. It's a breadcrumb approach to storytelling, but it does at least give you a little context to each battle. That said, there are some great additions here. Firstly, mini-games. Yeah, to break up the battles, we can be asked to jump in a tank and protect a crystal from a drone attack. We can do some simple platforming to find targets. We can take part in really strange boss fights, and my favourite of all is watching Jason Voorhees use the lasso of truth to skip whilst being watched by Wonder Woman and Superman. It's bizarre, but it works. It's not a revolutionary way to break up the core gameplay, but it does help.
Victory!
The Rift mode is playable at multiple difficulty levels, from easy to insane to loony. It wants you to come back and play again and again. And not only does this help slowly improve your skill and sharpness, there are incentives with challenges to complete in each bout. Something as simple as choosing Gizmo to go up against Boss Stripe, or getting another friend online to team up against that boss. We are rewarded and incentivized to play the content again and again. Here's something unexpected about those rewards. These are gems, and when used in the Rift mode, they offer impressive to ridiculous bonus modifiers, like a lightning strike when dodging, or reshaping projectiles. It appears that as the difficulty ramps up, the gems will too, and choosing the right gem for the right fight will make the harder difficulties more achievable, but we will have to think about what we take with us. Multiversus in general wants to reward players for coming back day after day after day. And to do that, they're using timed events, a selection of activities with a constant drip of rewards. From my week with the game, the Joker's Ruse event led to unlocking Wonder Woman's Batman t-shirt, while the daily login event gave me Velma's Joker shirt and would eventually lead to this, Summer Break Superman. And that's the running theme in all the events, loot to be grabbed for a short period of time. It looks like the main focus is FOMO, the fear of missing out. For example, starting on May 28th, there's an event that will unlock the Banana Guard for free, and if we don't miss a day, we'll get the female variation 1 week later. Are you affected by FOMO? I am for some reason. Damn it. Not everything is fantastic. I do have one worry for Multiversus, and it's the sheer amount of currencies and upgrades on offer. We have gems, Battle Pass XP, Gleamium, Fighter currency, Golden Prestige currency, and Toasty! And loot boxes, and account levels, and character levels, and of course perks. It can be quite overwhelming, and to be brutally honest, this is when the game feels like a free-to-play game. Thankfully, after a few hours, it's easy to see what is free-to-play bloat, and what are the mechanics offering genuine depth and longevity to the game. And the biggest message to remember is that the measure of the game may be shown in player counts, but it's the money it brings in that will ultimately decide how long Multiversus lives for. Multiversus has learnt a great deal from its time in open beta and its year away, and I think the future looks bright. I'm now going to break down the Easter eggs and secrets of the new characters. In fact, here's a video of one you should watch right now while I prepare. Thanks for your time, I'm Adam, you're awesome, it's been a pleasure, see ya!